Buongiorno from the Sicilian Secret Diet Plan. Today we're going to make something that is probably one of the most loved pasta dish in Sicily, and is pasta con I Broccoli Arriminati, which means that we have broccoli, we have always onions, we have olive oil, and we're going to mix this broccoli into our pasta sauce and make it a creamy sauce. Now, if you're home and you want to know what to make for dinner tonight, and the only thing you have is some steamed broccoli, some steamed cauliflower that you had in your refrigerator, you can do a very, very quick pasta with broccoli that doesn't require all this dress up of the pasta sauce that you're gonna see in this special recipe. So just saute some onions. If you have onions, if you don't and you have garlic, saute the garlic in some excellent extra virgin olive oil. Mix your broccoli in the sauteed onion or sauteed garlic. Add your cooked pasta, a little bit of the pasta water, and you will have an excellent dish for your family to eat. But today, we're not gonna rush through this. We're gonna make it delicious. And when we're talking about delicious, we're still talking about simple, fast, healthy, and always delicious, which is our motto. So we're still making something fast, something that tastes delicious, and something that has all the nutrition that is needed for you and your family to enjoy. This is really a special dish, so come with me. Let's do it together, and most of all, let's enjoy it together. We're gonna start using all our great ingredients that come from the earth, come from the ocean, and creating this dish that is really truly a superfood, a food that has protein, carbohydrates, vegetables, so lots of fibers, the dry fruit, so everything that we really need in one meal. Can you imagine that? Creating this perfect meal so you can give your family the nutrition that they need all in one dish. So we're gonna chop now the onions. We're gonna saute it in that extra virgin olive oil that gives all the good fat that our brain needs to function, that our body needs to function. And once the onions are sauteing, we're gonna add 1 anchovy per person. So I'm using the whole box of pasta, which is about 450 milligrams. We'll serve about 5 people. And I'm gonna use a little bit less of 5 anchovies because some people don't like the strong flavor to it, even though you can't really taste it, but enhances the flavor of everything that we're gonna put in this wonderful, wonderful dish. So while my onions are sauteing, I'm going to put the pine nuts in a small pan. We're gonna turn the heat up so they can toast a little bit, and they will release the essential oils that are necessary to add more flavor into our dish. So the raisins have been soaked first in some water, so they're not as dry. We're gonna squeeze the water out of the raisin, add it to our onions, to our anchovies, to our pine nuts. We let everything saute. In the meantime, our water is boiling for our beautiful vegetables. And we chose both the combination of broccoli and cauliflower, even though the main recipe is about broccoli only. But I really like a cauliflower. So making that combination will make the dish even more flavorful. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna put a little bit of salt in that water. And please remember to save that water, because that is the water where we are going to cook our pasta. So the pasta will be adding more flavor So we save that water, and we're also going to save that water because we like it very much to drink a cup of warm broth water from the broccoli and cauliflowers. Actually, when I'm home, sometimes I add in the same water a little bit of broccoli di rape, and that increases the flavor of that water. And I'm going to show it to you what it's going to taste like to have 1 cup of water before your meal. Fills you up, gives you all the nutrients, a lot of nutrients that came from the broccoli and cauliflower, and it makes you feel like you really taste a part of this wonderful dish. Hot, steamy, delicious. This is what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. Tasting the broccoli, the cauliflower, getting the vitamins that were released, getting the minerals that were released in the water, not wasting anything. And now we're gonna let our beautiful orecchiette pasta. So we chose for our pasta, short pasta. Short pasta is good because when we have a sauce that has vegetables in it, we want to be able for the pasta to catch it. And if we had long pasta, it would come off the pasta. But if you use a short pasta like orecchiette that we have, little ears, or fusilli, that is the pasta that would get all the sauce in, and that is exactly what we want. So the pasta we chose is a pasta that has been extruded through a bronze rough finished extruder. So the pasta comes out, and the pasta is a little bit rough because of the rough extruder, and that will help to catch the sauce even better. So as we know, the Italians figure a lot of things out when it is about food. They might not be able to figure out the parliament, but they can figure out the pasta, that's for sure. So we're going to now put our broccoli into our beautiful sauce. We're gonna chop it up, we're gonna add it, and when you see that the broccoli, the sauce is becoming a little bit dry, we're gonna add 1/2 cup of water so the sauce becomes creamier. We're gonna cook our great pasta as al dente as possible because we wanna finish the cooking of that pasta inside the sauce, and keep on adding a little bit of broccoli water and pasta water till the whole pasta the sauce becomes a little bit creamier. And that is done by the amide that is released by cooking that pasta in the water. So we have a little bit of that starch that will create more of a creaminess in the sauce. So pasta is ready, sauce is ready, and what we're gonna add? We're gonna add our toasted breadcrumbs and our pecorino cheese. This is the final touch, beautiful touch, and I wish you could be here with us to enjoy it together. But I believe and trust that you're gonna do this at home. And think of us when you do it. You will enjoy, have fun. See you in a moment.
Hi, my name is Giovanni Campanile, MD. I'm not the better half, the other half of the Sicilian Secret Diet Plan, and I'm going to be talking about the health benefits of the ingredients of this wonderful dish. Broccoli is a great example of a food that we have evolved with over the hundreds of thousands of years. We have one of the main chemicals in broccoli is glucoraphan. And glucoraphan has to be converted into another chemical called sulforaphane, and sulforaphane is very healthful. And an enzyme is produced in our microbiome, that's the good friendly bugs in our gut, that produce myrosinase that converts the glucoraphan in broccoli into sulforaphane. And sulforaphane has anti-cancer properties, it has heart health properties, and it's a very important chemical. So this is one of the fascinating things about a food that we've evolved with that we should be eating. You know, in addition to that, broccoli is part of the cruciferous family of vegetables, and it is very important for detoxification. You know, our liver has 2 phases of detoxification, and broccoli, like asparagus and other foods, is very important for this process of detoxification to occur. It also has anti-cancer properties, it has anti-heart disease property, it reduces diabetes and has fiber, minerals, and so it's a great food. Anchovies is also a very good food. It's one of the smaller oily fish, good oil, good fats, and it's full of omega-3 fatty acids. And omega-3 fatty acids from fish are EPA and DHA, and EPA is very important for the health of the arteries, and DHA very important for the health of both arteries and brain. So anchovies is a good source of omega-3 fatty acids, also a very good source of protein. One serving of anchovies has about 13 grams of protein, which is more than 2 eggs. So it's a very good source of protein. It also has a lot of minerals and vitamins like vitamin D and vitamin K, and it's a it's a big part of the Mediterranean diet. And as we've mentioned many times before, we recommend eating fish, and especially the small oily fish, or the acronym that we use is SMASH, and that stands for salmon, mackerel, anchovy, sardine, and herring. These fish are very high in omega-3, very low in mercury, and very good for lowering all-cause mortality. When we measure omega-3 fatty acid index in the blood, we measure the amount of omega-3 that's in the membrane of the cells, and the higher that number, the lower the all-cause mortality, which we see in some countries that eat a lot of fish, you know, where they have an omega-3 fatty acid index average about 8 to 10%, their risk of heart disease and is very low. While in America, which we tend not to eat a lot of fish, our omega-3 fatty acid index is about 4%. So in order to boost that up a little bit, it's good to eat these fish.
Pasta con I broccoli e cavolfiori arriminata.
The smell is unbelievable. Just looking at this reminds me of Sicily. It brings me right back to where we met in Sicily, and it's a beautiful taste and aroma.
And this is a super food pretty much. We have proteins, we have omega-3, we have the vegetables, we have the fruit, we have everything that we need, and the carbohydrates. You should be here to taste it with us.
The combination of flavors is excellent.
Especially when you're hungry.
Very savory.
This is very good. Perfect food.
With the hint of anchovies and the broccoli, just a perfect combination.
And you can't really taste the anchovy very much.
No, just a hint.
It just enhances the flavor. So this is delicious. Dalla mia cucina alla tua cucina con amore. See you next time.